Hey guys, what the fuck is up? I just wanted to show you the altar. So what is up? It's been a few days. It's been like 4 or 5 days, right? It's okay. Just healing. We're all healing. You know what I mean? And that's okay. I wanted to make a video about self-healing. So many people question themselves whether they're doing it or whether they're doing it effectively or correctly. The question is it a question or an answer? There's no wrong way. This is healing. Let me share this with you. This is self-healing. Sitting here, and I have an emotion. Something's missing. Something's missing. And I feel sad because something's missing. But nothing's missing. It's an illusion that is something's missing. And once I could accept that it's just an illusion, and everything is as it should be, and everything as is, and that's just a bad program, negative belief, or negative thought, whatever you want to call it, it's not serving me. So I'm just going to release it. I'm going to let it go. Let go, man. And you're just doing that all throughout the day. All throughout the day. It's going to seem like it never ends. In the beginning, good luck. It's going to be fucking unforgiving. But that's okay. Accept it. Quit fucking running from it. Quit thinking that there's an easy way. You're on the easy path. And sometimes, even the easiest path is going to be quite challenging. Because if you wanted something simple, you would have just stayed up in the spiritual realm. Just chill, Bill. But we asked for this. This is us. We came here. We came here for a purpose. Came here to learn lessons. So enjoy it. Because one day it's going to end. It's just going to be done with. So why take it seriously? Like, super seriously. Why? If we know that the only truth is love, and if it's not love that is coming out of my being, it's a bad program, then that would make it a lot easier to differentiate what you need to heal, what needs to be healed. Like, that thought I just had, that didn't feel loving. Oh, I need to heal that. Things like that. And just try to be the most loving, compassionate individual you can in that present moment, and your current understanding of reality, and your current state of being, state of healing. You know what I mean? Just, you're doing the best you can. Can't rush anything. Can't. If it's not moving fast enough for you, that's a bad program. It's your ego trying to speed things up. Okay, I need to be more patient. Let me heal that. Let me embody more patience. And you're just finding these things along your journey that you notice that is causing friction. You know, and you're fucking just inside your mind, you're just letting it go. You're just releasing it. Saying, that thought gave me a dense negative emotion. Didn't like it. I'm gonna release it. It's a bad program. Bad program. You could even, you just say, whenever you have that thought, bad program, gone. Doesn't even matter. It's what you choose. It could be that. You could do whatever. Anything that will trigger you thinking a release. So if I just say, okay, every time I want to release something, I'm just going to go, you know? So I have a negative thought. Motherfucker would be thinking you're pretty fucking weird. You'd be in all day. It's all good. I talk to myself all day. People ask why. Why do you talk to yourself all day? I say, well, when I need expert advice, I know where to go. And that's all you gotta say. It's okay, like, you should probably talk to yourself more to you than you should to any other individual. You should be talking to yourself all throughout the day, all day. How are you doing? How are you, soul? Is there anything that you want to experience today? Is there anything that you want to do? Is there anything that you want to share? I'm open, soul. I'm open, spirit, because I'm here for you. The reason why I was even created, and when I say I mean the ego, was to serve the higher self. So why don't I just get with the fucking program and start serving my higher self? Well, higher self, how are you? What do you like to do today? What is the next thing on our path that we need to accomplish? And you know, the thing is most people like listen for it. And it won't always be words. And I don't even want to say words. It ain't always going to be like a thought of, you know, you're in alignment, or start writing a book, or make a YouTube channel. It's not always going to be that. It's going to be a feeling. It's going to be a feeling. Like, oh, I should do that. That feels good. And then if you feel like it takes very minimal effort to take action, that's how you know. That's how you know you're fucking, like, you got it. Like, okay, this is my next part of the path. It's going to be very little. You're not going to have to force yourself to do it. And that's how you know. Oh, that feels good. Just go with the flow of that. And there's going to be a time where you ain't doing anything. Nothing. And you're just sitting there and you're wondering, why ain't I doing anything? There has to be something I could be doing. But as long as you're doing the inner work, and you don't really, so many people think we got to be doing all this shit out here in our external reality to make something of ourselves, to be successful, to be happy, to be fulfilled. But it's all done within. It's all, very little is done out here. It's all done within. And then once you heal within, you kind of just flow into the action. You don't even realize you're doing anything. You're just being. And that's what being is. You know, some people could mistake being for doing because their understanding is a little off. But if you're doing something you love and you're just flowing into it and it's just natural, then you're being. You're not doing. You might think you're doing, but you're being. You know? Like me making this video, I'm not really trying, just being. I'm just sharing what I feel like I should be sharing. I have no script. I have no, very minimal effort going into this. And like I said, I know that if I have a thought up here, it'll flow. Like from the heart to the mind, out here. So quit thinking you got to take this radical action. Oh, you got to pound it, you got to pound it, you got to pound it. And you're not going to like everything that has to do with everything. I like making YouTube videos, but I don't like posting them. I don't like tagging them. I don't like titling them. And maybe one day I'll attract somebody that just absolutely loves doing stuff like that. And I could just give him the video and the account, and he could do all that fun stuff. And we could serve one another by doing that. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's like that. If life is difficult for you, it's because you're doing it. I do it to myself. You know? You know, so many times we watch these YouTube channels and we see these YouTubers. Like, I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. Honestly, I don't think, unless you have at least 1,000 subscribers, you're not a YouTuber. You're just somebody who makes videos. So I'm not a YouTuber. But we watch these YouTubers and we hear them share their knowledge and their experience, and we think that they don't go through the struggle, that they overcame everything that they're saying. And that's not true, because some of the things that I share with you, I have aha moments too, like, wow, I was meant for my ears as well. Because in a sense, I feel like I'm channeling. Not all the time, but when I'm truly connected, I feel like I'm channeling. So it just comes. And I'm like, wow, I needed to hear that too. Don't take credit for the things that you do. Or I should say, be. Don't take credit for the things that you be. Because when you're being, you know that shit is flowing through you, right? Like, it's flowing. It's a channel. It's going. You know? Like all the artists, they connect. Like, I've been having these visions that I'm supposed to be making music. And I started attracting all these individuals with all these instruments, these bands, these musicians, these artists. I'm attracting them. But I ain't never made a song in my life. I connect to music. Like, I could definitely, it makes sense in my mind. But I just never done that. So I'm like, okay. I'm not saying, oh, this ain't gonna happen. I'm saying, let's see how this happens. This is gonna be cool. Because I never made music. Never wrote a song. But the universe seems to think that I can. And if they think I can, then I know I can. And that's the mindset. The universe keeps on sending you a message, and you're getting this message. You're like, no, how? No. The universe knows something you don't know, and you just haven't hit that level of healing yet to where you'll know, where you'll be confident, like, oh, I got this. And that thought that you get is right before your healing. So if you've just been getting these thoughts, like, damn, I'm going to be a rock star, or damn, I'm going to be an athlete, or damn, I'm going to be a motivational speaker, but it doesn't make sense, then you got a level of healing coming. And I don't know about you, but for the most part, healings, you don't even notice that they happen. One day you'll just look back and be like, I don't do that no more. I haven't thought of that in that 4 weeks. Bam, and you're healed. That came in your mind to realize that you were healed. And that thought probably won't come back. But then there's those transformative, like, very fucking transcendental healings. Spontaneous remissions, things like that. Split second. And I've had them during Reiki sessions and breathwork. And that shit is powerful. So if you guys haven't utilized that, I would definitely look into breathwork. I would work on getting your breath, breathing properly, and then find an energy healer and incorporate the two, along with some type of shamanic drumming. That shit will heal you right up. It will heal you so well. Like, once I had that healing, I attracted, I started attracting, a bunch of soul families. Like, the people that I was with, I realized, were my soul family. Like, I had a deeper love for them after that healing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, before that day, they were people I hung out with. You know? They were just people. They were cool. I resonated with them, but they were just people. It wasn't really much of a connection. But after that healing, and I realized that it's my spirit family, it's my soul family, there was like that connection, that deep connection. And you'll know. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but like, I've went my whole life never really having a connection with people. Almost like I was always the oddball. Not even the oddball. I never belonged. Like, with my family, never really felt a connection to them. And every friend that I've really had, I've never had attachments to. I don't know what it is. It's kind of weird, but like every relationship I've ever had, for the most part, I never had like a super strong attachment. Like an ex-girlfriend, fucking a night of crying, and next day I'm fucking on my way. You know? It's weird. My sister died. Sad. But it's life. Like, there was like no attachment there. There's really no misery. These things happen. I'm not saying that I won't ever experience that, but there's fucking a reason why we go through these lives, and for some reason, in an unconscious sense, we don't attach ourselves to these people. And that tells me that our higher self knows something that we don't know. I hope you could hear me. I was kind of talking low. But yeah, our higher self knows something we don't fucking know. Because I can only give so much of myself to a person, and then that's it. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. And I don't think that has anything to do with any type of healing. I think it has something to do with like something with our higher self knowing like we didn't come here for that shit. We came here with a mission, an important mission, and that shit's a distraction. And there's a mechanism put in place that will prevent you from doing that, and that is complete attachment into people, places, and things. Well, don't get me wrong. Addictions could be worse than any fucking relationship attachment that you could ever have. And I've experienced that. I'm experiencing that. But it's okay. I know, like, it's healing. Little by little, it's healing. I notice it. And as long as you're noticing it, you're all good. But question that. Like, if you notice that, for the most part, you haven't held attachments to people that you think you should be held attached to, and you question it and you think that you're a bad person because maybe you don't love your mom as much as you feel like you should, or you don't love your sisters or your brothers or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife as much as you should. Do you feel that? Like I don't know why, but there's a block, right? There's a reason for that. That's okay. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you fucking came down here for a reason, and your higher self's only going to allow you to be distracted to a certain extent. But I'm just going to let this video flow, because I haven't made a video in a while, and I've had a few comments saying, so even though there's not a topic on this video, let me know if that's what you guys want. You just want me to just flow into a rant, and wherever it goes, it goes. I feel like that's what works best. When I sit there and say, oh, this is what I'm talking about, it never works out like that. But you're healing. We're all healing. 11/11 portal's coming up. I would start setting your intentions now. What do you want? What do you want to manifest on the opposite side of that portal? So here's the thing with portals, right? We went through the 10-10 portal. And you're at one state of being on this side of the portal, right? Let's just say it's October 8th. And then on this side of the portal, it's October 11th. You're going to be a completely different, not a completely different person, but you're going to be a different person on this side of the portal, depending on what intention you set. So set your intention. What do you want healed? Who do you want to be on that other side? You know, it could be something so simple like, I don't want to fucking live in lack, or I don't want to have the mindset of lack. Fucking release the mindset of lack. That's probably the most difficult struggle. If you lived in poverty your whole life, that's probably going to be your biggest struggle. So I would definitely set that intention to release the mindset of lack, 11/11 portal, and focus on that up until the date. You have about 2 weeks. And just journal, write down, you know, the things you want to release, and just keep it on your mind and just release it every time you think about it. And just be grateful. And that's it. And that's it. That's healing. That's healing. So many people think that you're gonna fucking just, and I'm not saying that that's not possible. I know it's possible. We're multidimensional beings. And you could have a few of them. Or you could just have a linear, woo! It's your belief. How do you believe? What do you believe? Do you believe that healing is linear and it's November 1st? And it takes 21 days. 21 days to create a habit, and I think it's like 42 days, 6 weeks to break one, something like that. I don't know, don't quote me, right? So that's linear. So you're saying it's November 1st. By December 15th, I'll be healed. Or you could have a belief that says it's November 1st. I'm healed. And you're healed. I don't know. I'm just fucking around. But I'm going to let this video go because it's just wasting time. Not wasting time, but I don't really have much else to say. I was told I need to talk about Jesus. I'm not a religious person. But when someone brings up Jesus Christ, you think religion. And that's a bad program. That's a bad belief. Jesus was a powerful man. I'm not going to get into detail about all that. But if your only understanding of Jesus Christ is what Christianity have taught you, what Catholicism has taught you, then your understanding is completely wrong. And you're probably better off looking at, like, going into, like, I wanted to say, like, the Middle East really praises Jesus. You know, he was a yogi. He was a fucking yogi. I recommend everybody to Google the hidden teachings of Jesus Christ. It's on YouTube. It's a video. It's pretty decent. I'll tell you all about the guy. And remove that belief. You know, I had the belief. In the beginning of my awakening, I said some very, very ill shit about the whole religious thing, because I thought it was all bullshit. Like, I thought it was all made up. I didn't think there was any truth to it, and that our real God is within us, and all that was just a fucking wild goose chase. You know, send them looking for something outside of them So they're distracted and don't go within and truly find what they're looking for. So I thought the whole thing was bullshit, not knowing that it did have truth, and it was truth, but it was just manipulated in a way to create manipulation and power. But look into the hidden teachings of Jesus. You'll be surprised on what you learn. It all ties together. Kundalini yoga, all that. Christ secretion, the anointment. None of that shit makes sense to you, or you don't know what that is. The sacred Christ secretion, and the Kundalini. It's all the same. It's just different beliefs. But look into that. I'll give you a little information on it. You could look up a video by this dude named something Baba. But if you looked up the sacred Christ secretion, and it's this long-haired, blue-eyed mate, he's got an alright video. There's a few videos on it. But this is a natural process that happens to us. And it happens every lunar calendar. And I don't even want to murder it. Look it up. Because I'm going to tell you something, and it's probably going to be all off. But it's a process. It's a natural process that happens within your body. And you could awaken your Kundalini through it. Sacred Christ secretion. Because Jesus Christ wasn't a name. Christ isn't a fucking name. Christ is a level of consciousness. That's all it is. It's what it is. It's not all it is. It's what it is. It's a level of consciousness. Christ consciousness. It's what we're all trying to obtain here. And if you guys are really interested in it, you can get this book right here. The Christ Blueprint. The 13 Keys to Christ Consciousness. I recommend it. I read something out of there that was pretty informative. It was about Luciferianism. And if you ask the average person if they practice Luciferianism, they'd look at you crazy and say, hell no, I don't worship the devil. But if they ever prayed for a fucking better job or a new car or fucking pay raise, then they practice Luciferianism. Because it's praying to the material world. It's praying for material. That's Luciferianism. It's manifested material. Like I said, guys, we were all lied to. Do your research. Find out what fucking makes sense to you. And that's your truth. But either way, love yourself, right? Fuck yeah. Peace out.